Brown is urging people to listen to public health officials. Let's get more now on the impact the virus is having in Vaughan. We're joined by that city's mayor, Maurizio Bevilacqua. Thanks so much for joining us, Mr. Mayor. Tell us about this special council meeting that was held today and what came out of that meeting.
Well, I want to give you an update on the city of Vaughan and what happened tonight. Well, the city of Vaughan obviously supports the Ontario government's recommendation on the closure of private schools, churches, and faith-based settings, licensed child care centers and bars and restaurants, obviously except for those that can offer takeout or delivery. Based on the advice and recommendation of our emergency management team, today I formally declared a state of emergency in the city of Vaughan. Declaration of emergency is obviously determined based on assessment of the situational impacts on the community and our operations to provide critical services to citizens. And today's decision is really follows the Ontario government's announcement that a province-wide state of emergency is now in place. I've also announced today's meeting that effective tomorrow, Wednesday, March 18th at 8:30 a.m., Vaughan City Hall and all other city facilities will close to the public until April 6th. This is the latest move taken by the city to break the chain of transmission of this global pandemic, and we're supporting our employees and by encouraging those who can work remotely to do so. This will ensure that people are safe and that the city business can, in fact, continue. At tonight's meeting, I also introduced the Vaughan Business Action Plan that will suspend the municipal accommodation tax to support travel and tourism industry by not requiring accommodation providers to charge this tax on Vaughan properties. As well, we've taken measures to improve business ground transportation and the enhancements of movement of goods, as well as support the restocking of store shelves. This is a comprehensive approach. We recognize that we're all in this together and that at the end of the day, we will emerge stronger. Last week, as you know, Vaughan closed its community centers and library branches in anticipation of the March break. City and library March break camps and daycare program were also canceled to ensure the safety of the public. We are focused like a laser beam on making sure that people stay safe, that people are given an opportunity to really live in an environment that is safe for themselves and their families. And also, as I stated, are now also focusing on making sure that the business community is given the support it needs during these difficult times, including maintaining our small business services by ensuring, where possible, small business and entrepreneurship frontline services are continued throughout this very difficult and challenging period for our businesses. As you know, 12,000 businesses generate over 225,000 jobs here in the city of Vaughan. They're going through difficult times, and we're here to help them.
Okay, yeah, obviously businesses are going to be hit hard by their now forced closure. I mean, delivery and takeout services in terms of restaurants and bars, that's still an option, but obviously does not fill the gap when it comes to the ability to pay bills. Are you concerned about businesses having to close up shop and then having, a bunch of empty storefronts as a result of this illness and the impact that it's going to have long term?
Well, I think that there's going to be an impact. However, never underestimate the resiliency of business owners and entrepreneurs. Mm-hmm. They have a way to get through crises as they have in the past. But we have a responsibility, as all three levels of governments have a responsibility to offer whatever tools we have at our disposal to alleviate the stress that is being created as a result of this crisis that we are all collectively facing. But I am confident that in the final analysis, business people understand that externalities such as this one do exist in the life of the business. But what's equally important is that governments step up and help these individuals through this difficult time.
Okay, that is Maurizio Bevilacqua, the mayor of the city of Vaughan, that city declaring a state of emergency. Thanks so much for joining us this evening.
Thank you.